Hi, I'm Karla with B96, and we are with the wonderful Piper.
It's me. Hi.
Hi. So you play the amazing character of Mabel, and you immerse yourself in the world of beavers. The question on everyone's mind, first things first, is where did they get the tiny crowns?
You know, Pixar's really important about like their secrets and their IP.
Right.
And I just, I don't really feel comfortable answering that right now.
You know what? We're gonna keep that top secret.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Moving on. So, I mean, I know that the character's like really into animals and she truly loves them. Is this something that you share yourself as well? Like, are you a big animal person?
Totally.
Do you have pets?
I do.
Ooh, tell me
Thanks
about
for
your pets.
asking.
I knew you couldn't wait.
I
You're your
know.
wallpaper, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely. I have the like carrot, like you tap on it, it's just different photos of my dog. Yeah. Her name's Belly. She's perfect. Her name is Belly not because of any popular TV shows, but because when I first met her, like years ago, this was like 5 years ago, I found her at a gas station. And
she found you.
Exactly. Who saved two, am I right? And I like went up to her and immediately she just like fell on her back and went like this. And I was like, oh my God, is it okay? Like, is something wrong?
She wanted belly
She
rubs.
just loves belly rubs. And she still does it to this day. Like, we'll just, and so her name's Belly and she's amazing and wonderful.
That is so sweet. Do you think that if you had the opportunity to, in real life, hop into an animal, would you choose Belly or would you choose something completely different?
Well, I would choose a different dog or animal that could then talk to Belly,
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
big brain.
I have this thing where like I'm pretty sure she can talk,
Yeah.
But I think there's also like kind of like in the movie there's this greater animal dog council that's like if she talks to me then they're gonna have to take her away and erase my memory and I'm not even gonna remember it.
Right.
So she like literally can't talk to me, but I see it in her eyes sometimes. I'm like, you wanna
communicate.
I know, but it's okay. I get why you can't.
And I get that.
But,
I get that.
Yeah.
I love that you chose a dog. I did see that the original animal that they were going to want to focus this movie on was going to be penguins.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, it was going to be penguins, which I think, first of all, there's enough penguin movies.
So true.
But I think
they're good.
It would have been so different than the world that they created here.
Totally.
But I feel like this world really works. And it's a really funny movie. So I want to talk about the characters a little bit. First off, the cast and the people that are actually voicing the characters, like yourself.
Insane.
Did you have the opportunity to be in the same room with them?
No.
No. Okay.
So
how does it work?
I know,
never
it's
voiced a
crazy.
film.
Exactly. I learned this too when I was doing it because
Okay.
I asked them. They are actors are never in the same room together when we're doing, at least for Pixar. The only time they ever did it was for Toy Story 3.
Okay.
And so like genuinely every voice you hear is on its own in a booth somewhere at a different time than all of the other voices.
Okay.
So it's really crazy that it sounds so good and not like that. you
Right.
know? So the first time I met Bobby was like a few months ago for press, and I still haven't met any of the rest of them. I probably won't meet John Hamm because he's not real. But so it's so interesting because when you do a movie, you usually are always with the people and
feeding off.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and you create this sort of you build this family or community or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know them. I've literally never met them.
So you're just in a room by yourself.
Well, with me, and then with Daniel, the director, writer, and then Nicole, one of the producers, Axel, the editor, and then Rachel Slansky's the script supervisor, and then they're in the room with me, and then we have Vince and other people out in the working the booths. And
Right.
that shit I don't know anything about.
The wonderful people behind the scenes.
Exactly.
I do know that there are so many really fun characters in the movie. We've got King George, Mary Jerry, the Insect Queen. If there could be a spin-off of any of the characters, which one do you think would have the funniest or the best spin-off?
Oh, that's such a good question. Probably about the Fish Queen and her sort of realm, because we don't see a lot underwater.
Right.
We go a little bit underwater when the beaver go, but we don't know a whole lot about that world, So I think that would make a really interesting sequel. And then, Diane can get in the mix and all of that good stuff.
No, I like that because you know what?
Yeah.
In the Pixar world, there's also Finding Nemo. And
Exactly.
If there could ever be a crossover, a crossover episode.
I ship Diane and Bruce.
Perfect.
So there we go.
No, I love that. There's a lot of really fun characters. And I know that the whole point of this movie, especially when they were casting, was they wanted to find funny people.
Mm-hmm.
Funny people, because a lot of Disney movies are funny, they're for kids. But I also know that there are a lot of themes that I think a lot of adults can relate to. And I was wondering if there are any more emotional themes in the movie that you can talk about and share more for the parents in the room.
Yeah, something I love about Mabel and getting to play Mabel is like how emotionally complex she is. She has so many feelings, and they maybe come out in some not so great ways, but she just is feeling all the time. And I think that's just something that you don't see a lot in movies or TV. And if you do, they're either really composed about it or they're just like they know how, and I'm like, sometimes you just don't know how to be a human when you have all of these feelings and like you don't know where to put them or what
like,
to
I'm
do
doing my
about
best.
them. Exactly. And I think she's such an amazingly flawed character and someone that like is so easy to relate to or see yourself in if you just care too much. And I absolutely do. So it's been such a joy like playing her and getting to like play someone who has those feelings that I have,
Yes.
and not have to like play someone perfect or play someone who's got it all together. Yeah, and I think that's why people are really gonna love her, or why I
Yeah.
hope people are
You
really gonna
hope.
love her.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I think one of the best parts about characters when you're like watching yourself, you think you're watching yourself or somebody that reminds you of you.
Yeah,
Some of the most relatable characters are when I'm relating to like the mistakes that they make.
totally.
Because I'm able to like empathize. I'm like, oh, I would have done that too, girl.
Yes,
You know?
literally. Yeah,
Like I would have
absolutely.
crushed the humans. Like
Yeah.
I get it.
Mhm.
There is a line in the film, and it's you fight for what's right, you say what's on your mind, you're not afraid of anything, which I think is such an important message for young girls right now. Because sometimes we're told that if we're too loud or if we have too many opinions, that it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Is there any other messages that you hope that little girls can get from Mabel in the movie?
Ooh, that's also a good question. I really enjoy the sort of like exchange of ideas and maybe even culture between Mabel and George and how they have the same ideals, but they have different approaches. And I think that's something that we're really missing these days is like when someone has a different approach than you, it's like, oh, then I don't want anything to do with that. Or,
Right.
oh, then like I'm going to go over here and you can stay over there. And it's like, actually, you want the same thing. So if you guys just kind of like, talked about it and figured it out, you could maybe accomplish it and do it together.
Yes.
And I think that's really beautiful. And I definitely something like that collaboration and that community is definitely something I hope people take away from it for sure.
Oh, I love that because you know what? There are so many different ways to get to the same destination.
Amen, baby.
And if we all just pulled up Google Maps, we would be cool.
We'd be there in a second.
We'd be cool. Okay, well, I just wanted to say thank you so much for
Thank
talking to
you.
me today. The movie is incredible. I think that people are going to have a lot of fun, parents and children. And people with no kids, so just
Yeah.
gonna go have fun and
Good
watch
time.
Hoppers out on March 6th. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.